As a 10-year-old kid, I managed to make $1,000 on YouTube without my channel being eligible for monetization or getting any sponsorships. I was a kid. I didn't make good videos. So here's exactly the breakdown of what I did and what you can do today to do the same thing. So as a 10-year-old kid, I really loved watching YouTube videos and playing video games, as a lot of children my age were as well at the time, and I decided to combine both these hobbies into one and to start making YouTube videos because I was aspiring to YouTube creators. I really wanted to become one of them one day. Hopefully it's gonna turn out for me. So I made a YouTube channel and I was recording YouTube videos casually. They weren't by any means of a good quality. I was making Minecraft videos by physically recording the screen of my iPad while I was playing. So obviously these videos didn't get more than 20 views each, and all of these 20 views were just myself rewatching them. But even if you have a channel which has great videos but isn't yet eligible for monetization, just like my channel for example, by the way, don't forget to subscribe if you like my content. So the barrier for YouTube monetization is to have 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, which is something that is very hard to get for a beginner creator. It usually takes months, if not years, to achieve. And I managed to make that money before being eligible to make money on YouTube in the first place. How did I do it? No, I did not get a sponsor, because who would sponsor a kid? I did something smarter. I produced a viral video using which I managed to promote a shortened link. Here's what I mean. So first of all, the idea behind this video needs to be based upon promoting the viewer to go down below into the video's description and click on a link. This can be achieved in many ways, for example the way I did it, but not the best method, or a modern good example that I'll show you later in this video. So let's start with reviewing my video. In short, it was a tutorial of how to get unlimited video game currency in this popular at the time Sims freeplay. Maybe some of you know it or played it as a kid. The video consisted of me showing off how much currency I have in a video game and then basically proceeding to show how I managed to download a hacked version of the game from a website for an Android phone. But obviously for the viewer's convenience, I linked the website in the description of the video, which viewers can click and easily visit it. Obviously the premise of the video isn't great. I promoted the idea of getting a game with currency that obviously the creators are not going to profit on. So please don't do it. That's why I'm blurring out the links to the original website that I used or my video itself. And the English title you see in the screenshots right now, I actually translated it from Russian one-to-one, so you can basically see the premise of what I did. So the structure of the video is clear. By the way, the quality of it is completely terrible. Just listen to my voice.
Всем привет, дорогие друзья, с вами.
But why exactly did this video go viral? Based on my YouTube analytics, there's a few reasons why. First, this video is searchable. The idea and the premise of this video is that people would go to YouTube and search up how to get unlimited currency in this video game, and then my video is gonna pop up in the top search results and basically say, well, this is how. And this is what happened. Based on my analytics, most of my viewers actually came from the search results. Additionally, the game itself that I used was trending at that time, and a lot of people were actually playing it and it was really popular. So me making a video on this popular topic of this video game kind of caught the trend wave and I kind of surfed along with it. And the last point is that the video retention was really high, which the YouTube algorithm liked. The video itself was only 3 minutes in length. What the end result is, then this is how I did it. Meaning that the people watched the first minute of the video and were like, wow, this is cool, I want this as well. And then they watched the second half of the video of me explaining how I actually achieved it. And based on the audience retention graph, as you see, there's a spike midway, probably people actually skipping to the part of me actually doing it, but generally the curve of the retention isn't falling that much. So based that my title was searchable, the video was short so it had great retention, and the topic of the video was trending, the YouTube algorithm really quickly picked up my video, and over the course of the last few years it gained 380,000 views. Which for a channel which had 100 subscribers at the time is insane. It could definitely perform way better if I worked on a thumbnail and a better title. But as you see on my video analytics, the impressions that this video made, it's basically how many times the thumbnail of this video popped up while somebody was scrolling through YouTube, is 1.3 million, and the click-through rate was actually 16%. So 16% of those people who saw my video while scrolling actually clicked on it, and it gained an incredible amount of views. But as you see, based on the trend, the spike was at the very beginning and then it slowly began to decrease because the game wasn't as popular. So if you try doing something similar to this today, it would definitely be very, very helpful to work on a great thumbnail and the title for the video, because I didn't do it and my video still blew up against all odds. But honestly, if I did the same thing again today, I wouldn't achieve even close to the results I achieved back then because I just got lucky. But how did I earn money on that video if it didn't have any monetization or no sponsorships? It's the link that I put in the description. That link wasn't a normal link. I used a service called... By the way, I'm bleeping out the name of the service because now I really disagree with their values, and I really don't want you to use the same service as I did. One, because it doesn't pay as good anymore, and two, because the things it does right now I generally disagree with and I don't want to give it any extra promotion. So I use that service to basically shorten the link. And what this does is when you click the link, before actually opening up the page that it links to, which is the website where you can download the hacked version of the game, it opened up a commercial which you could skip in 5 seconds, similarly to what YouTube does before it shows you a video. But you could skip that commercial and then go to the link. And I got paid every single time somebody viewed this commercial. And these are the statistics of how many people clicked on my link. And in total, from the 380,000 people watching the video, 290,000 clicked on the link. So practically every 2 out of 3 people. And from those clicks, I earned $1,052 US. But obviously it didn't come straight away. These are the earnings I made in total up to this day, throughout the years since I published the video, back in 2018 I think. So back then in the first few months I probably made like $200, but then that money kept on adding up, so now this is the total that I stand on today. But honestly, for the last 2 years since the game died, I practically got no income from this. So this would be a fair representation of the money I received, I think after a year or a year and a half after publishing the video. But how can you do this today? I have a great example. So if I were to do something similar to this today, first of all, I would use a different premise, which I'm about to go into, and second of all, I would use a different shortening website. My modern idea for this money-making strategy on YouTube is to create YouTube videos with each video focusing on an interesting website that people might want to use. For example, this is a website called passportindex.com, and it shows you all the different passports in the world. It ranks them from best to worst based on how open it is for you to travel. It shows you the countries that you can go to visa-free, countries that you need a visa for. Generally, this website would be really good for the traveling niche, for the people who actually travel a lot and are interested in the countries that they can go to visa-free, or just to compare the different passports that they have if they have a dual citizenship, for example. So what we have to do now is open up a link shortening website. You are pasting the link into that website, you click shorten, and then it outputs with a different link which you can copy and paste into the description of your videos. When your viewer actually opens up this link, this is an ad that can theoretically pop up. They wait for a few seconds and then they can skip this ad and view the actual website. If you create an interesting thumbnail and a good title, you might get a lot of views if the algorithm promotes it in the right niche, meaning that the people who are interested in the website and go click your link will actually end up sending you some coin. I don't recommend using this method for the bigger channels who already have monetization on, because generally speaking with the YouTube monetization, it's easier to make a lot of money by just creating videos that people are going to be engaged to watch and not just make them leave the platform by clicking a link. This is a way to make money off of YouTube as a side hustle for a beginner, for somebody who just created their channel and wants to pay off, for example, certain expenses. But as promised, since I didn't show you the exact website I used for shortening links, in the description you'll find a link to a website which shows you a list with the descriptions of multiple websites that can shorten links for you. And by the way, the link in my description isn't shortened, so I'm not going to make any money off of that, don't worry. Don't forget to like for the YouTube algorithm, and if you like the content that I make, I can recommend watching this video which basically shows my strategy of making money after I turn 18. Thank you for watching.